The doctors originally told us there was nothing we could do about it. She's just going to be blind and you're going to have to deal with it. And we didn't accept that very well.
If these stem cells are available to people and those stem cells can save a life or improve the quality of a life, I think that we'd be a lot better off using those stem cells than to just discarding them.
My name's Jessie and Ruby is my mom. We're from upstate New York, almost to Canada.
I'm Ruby Britton, and this little girl is my granddaughter, London. That's my hair. What the heck is that thing? That's one of Grandma's hair clips, and it's her favorite toy. I don't know why. She'll just take any of my hair clips, and she has this thing about rubbing everything on her face. And I think it's just maybe the beads that fascinate her or something, but she'll take her rattles and she'll shake them and throw them down and she'll grab the clip.
She doesn't care about any of her real toys. She just likes the clip. Texture and sound are a big thing with her. And music. She loves music. We're in Qingdao at the People's Hospital getting stem cells for London's septo-optic dysplasia. Hopefully she'll see something. She was sent to the NICU in Burlington, Vermont the day after I had her, and they did blood work and realized that her sodium levels are critically high. And then they did MRIs and found the septo-optic dysplasia. She was born blind, and she has missing parts of her brain. She has diabetes insipidus. Her pituitary gland doesn't have the hormones to send to her kidney to have them filter water and sodium how they should, so she gets DDAVP, it's desmopressin, it's a hormone, every night, nasally. Her eyes didn't dilate at all. She couldn't see light or shadows or anything. She's completely blind. Now we think she's seeing a little bit of light. Her pupils are reacting to light now, and when you shine the light in her left eye, she covers her hand over her eye, but nothing with the right yet. We're working on walking. She can't walk yet, but she's getting better with her balance, and hopefully she'll be walking very soon because it's getting hard to carry her around. And she's not talking like she should. She says mama and dada, nana for her grandma. She says her brother's name's Sai, but that's pretty much it. She says uh-oh. Since we got here, she learned how to say uh-oh. London has really awesome doctors at home. Her pediatrician, all of them pretty much told me that they didn't believe in it. It hasn't been put in medical journals enough for them to know anything about it and to believe in it, but they all said that if we did it, they would support us when we got home and support us through it, and if we needed them, we could call them, so they were pretty good. She doesn't really know, like, the big things that could happen with the stem cells, so I don't think that the placebo effect really has any effect on her, and we've been trying to not get our hopes up, like dismissing some stuff, saying maybe that was just coincidence, we'll wait and see if it happens again. If it does, then we'll know. Stuff like that.
All I have to think about is her getting something out of this, and I guess I'm not going to worry too much about the little things. We'll cross each bridge as we go, and if she gains any eyesight whatsoever, then I think that's going to be a blessing, because we came here with no eyesight whatsoever, and as long as she hopefully can navigate through life and make her quality of life a little bit better, that's really my big thing.
We were told there wouldn't ever be a cure, that this could just be something that might help her, and it might not, but we had to try, at least. I'm hoping that she'll get a little bit of light perception, just enough to be able to get herself around a little bit better, get walking on her own, and be able to navigate through life a little bit at least. I'm not expecting 20/20 vision or anything. We started the blog 5 days before we left, yeah. And when we got here, we just figured everyone at home was so interested on how everything in China was going that we decided to just do our blog every day, whether we had a lot to report or not really anything to report. And then we enjoyed putting the pictures on every day. We did a daily picture. People at home like it, and we get lots of comments. They comment on our page, and we get emails all the time, and my mom works for the newspaper, our local newspaper, so they've already contacted us to see if she's seen any results this far, and they did an article while we've been gone. just keeping the community updated on it. We got 5 IVs and 4 lumbar punctures, and one of the lumbar punctures didn't work out so well. That's why we ended up having 5 IVs, because we wanted 4 of each, and then an extra lumbar when we got here. And her 2 lumbars, past 2 lumbars, she wouldn't sit still for the doctors, so they had to switch it to an IV. But her last one we tried, they knocked her out completely. So she made it through that one much easier than any of the other ones, and we're hoping for the same thing today. She had the regular physical therapy every day, and we tried acupuncture. She hated it, and she screamed through the whole thing, so we decided to do acupressure, but she didn't like that at all, so we canceled that a few days ago, but we did it up until then. And electric wave therapy, she really enjoys. The reaction to light has been the biggest change, and her mobility getting a lot better. Her balance is getting a lot better. She'll stand by herself for about a minute now before she falls over. Dr. Apple took her in the bathroom and turned all the lights off and shined her little light in her eyes, and she had done this twice before with no results. And then I was in the bathroom with her, and she came out and called the other doctor in. I think it was Dr. Tom. And he went in and did the same thing, and I watched him, and I asked if there were any differences. They didn't say anything to me at first, and then we got out. They all talked in Chinese for a little while, and then they said that the light was making her eyes dilate and go back down, and it had never done that before, so we were really excited about that. As soon as it gets dark every night, we have a flashlight now in our room, and we play with her, and she's got a light up wand too, so we've been doing a lot with light. Sometimes she acts like it might hurt a little bit. It might hurt her eyes, and she'll cover her eyes. Sometimes she cries, but then there's other times where she laughs really hard too, so I think she's getting used to it. There was one day we took her into physical therapy, and it was really bright. The lights were coming in, and I set her on the table, and she immediately took her arm like that over her eyes and threw herself back, and she was screaming, and I think the light was really bothering her eyes. I've never seen her act like that ever. At home, her eyes used to go crazy. They would just wiggle and wiggle and wiggle. Since we've been here, we've noticed it calmed down quite a bit. It still does it, but not nearly as much as before.
I think the biggest challenge is just being confined to the room, really. You know, it's sometimes you can't really go out and plan a whole lot of things because, you know, you're concentrated to her therapy and everything. We would have liked to have had more time to go out and see more of China, but, you know, again, we're here for her, you know, and that's what we're here for. But I think the biggest challenge for me was just sharing a room with 2 other people.
She's going to continue with her therapies, and we hope to get the visual evoke test done to see if there's any change in that, and maybe in a year or so another MRI. And the doctors told us today here to keep in touch with them on like quarterly basis. So we'll do all that, and then in about a year we'll talk about maybe coming back depending on if she has any improvements or not.
Well, I think we still really need to work on our physical therapy. I think that's a big thing. She needs to get more mobile and, you know, start walking. She's getting awfully heavy to carry, especially for me. And, you know, I think just working with her physically and mentally to get her to develop and catch up with other children her age is going to be a big, you know, thing for us. That's going to be an obstacle, but we're going to have to work with her harder. And
yeah, I'd like to say thank you to everybody here, all the nurses and doctors and physical therapists and everybody, and all the people we've met since we've been here. Amazing people from all over the world. It was definitely a very cool experience.
I'm just really grateful that we were given the opportunity to come, and the staff and the doctors and the nurses and translators, they've all been very accommodating, and they've made the stay a little bit easier, and the hospital's been nice. So it's been a nice experience. I'm going to be happy to get home. But, you know, I had reservations to go to a foreign country for health care, but it's been a positive experience. So hopefully she'll be navigating soon.